Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk news. I'm Ollie Davis and I like lifting weights and eating steaks. Oh, no, wait, no, that isn't me. I'm getting myself confused with Braun Strowman's Tinder profile again. First there was Wonder Braun, then came Short Strowman, and over the festive period we were even gifted Santa Braun. Now, thanks to Reddit user Kasuki, we have Tinder Braun, who, as you can see by his profile, enjoys lifting weights and eating steaks. No mention of destroying jobbers with no regard for their physical health though. That's a third date kind of thing. Swipe right? Strowman isn't just dominating superficial dating apps these days, he's also aggressively being inserted into the main event picture of Monday Night Raw, where he shared the ring this week with both Goldberg and Roman Reigns. This can be easily explained away with Vince likes big guys, but there might be another reason behind the scenes. Wrestling News World are reporting that WWE producers are really struggling with the Raw roster's lack of depth right now, which is why we keep seeing the same matches over and over again. This is painfully evident in the show's main event scene, with the last few months just being variations on Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns and Chris Jericho matchups. According to the site, they just don't have a lot of depth at the top of the card. There is an argument against that, however. It's called SmackDown. The blue brand has steadily become one of the best wrestling shows around, with an arguably thinner roster building around pre-established main eventers AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose and John Cena, while elevating Baron Corbin, The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. They even got James Ellsworth over. If Wrestling News World's troubled Raw producer reports are to be believed, to me that sounds like people making excuses. Weirdly, JBL criticised the UFC for this exact same issue on the WWE Network's fascinatingly strange news show Bring It to the Table, when discussing the next Brock Lesnar vs Goldberg match being delayed until WrestleMania. I love UFC, but they burn through these guys at lightning speed because they book every top talent against every top talent at every pay-per-view. Wrestling News World are also reporting that it was Kevin Owens' idea to have a person as his set sign for the Kevin Owens Show main event segment on Raw this week. The site says this was seen as a stroke of genius in the back and got over big. Still no sparkle crotch though. And that WWE are continuing to tease tension between Cesaro and Sheamus, where the Celtic Warrior kind of cost the Swiss Superman his match against Carl Anderson on Monday night. Yes, you did hear that correctly. Carl Anderson won a singles match. But Vince McMahon still hasn't made up his mind over whether this angle is going anywhere. He still doesn't know whether he wants to keep them together or break them up. If they keep improving their teamwork though, Vince might find it very difficult to cut them apart. He might even need a diamond cutter. Yes, that's an awful transition into PW Insider revealing the first inductee into this year's WWE Hall of Fame, Diamond Dallas Page, who doesn't just deserve it for his in-ring career, but for all the work he's done helping people like Jake the Snake Roberts and Scott Hall deal with their respective addiction issues. How would you solve Raw's roster depth issue? Ignore that and ask me why I didn't say anything about New Japan's Wrestle Kingdom 11 show, which I presume is already the best event of the year, in the comments below. Because it's still bloody on as I'm recording this, that's why. If you want to hear my thoughts on this week's Raw and how I believe WWE ruined Goldberg's star appeal, or New Japan declaring war on WWE, click on the videos to the left and subscribe. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.